let's get started with Last Epoch. Alright, are we live yet? Tombs of the Erased. Last Epoch. Last Epoch. Okay, there's a decent amount of people checking out the game too. That's good. Gaming a lot. Make sure we are live on both. Check, check. Nice, nice. Oops, that's gotta load this, and then we gotta open up the. Where's this? How do I move this? Okay. Ah, that's really good. Okay. Last Epoch. You can stream under Last Epoch Ultimate Edition. I didn't know there was more than one edition to this game. Alright, let's go, man. Let's just go for it. We're gonna do the first like half hour, and then like the next I'm gonna do the first 2.5 hours, I think is what I want to do for this game. Alright guys, it is finally time to hop into Last Epoch's new season, and let's answer the question, is the game worth playing? Is it any good? So we're going to go ahead and make a brand new online seasonal character. So let's go ahead and start. We're going to be playing with some of the newer skills too. Since this game is online, I don't think that there's ever going to be any PvP with this game, but let's go ahead and lock in and create our character. So let's get started with Season 2. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys kind of the rundown of this game. Now, I get asked all the time, is this game better than Diablo or Path of Exile? Now, honestly, there's concepts in this game that make this game so much better than Diablo and Path of Exile. However, one of the major issues with the game is that the way the game actually feels. Let me go ahead and actually, wait, where's this? I need to go live. Where's this little box? Why is that? TikTok. Oh, well, whatever. Let's can we like close it? I won't let us close it. What the heck? Oh, okay. All right, hold on. All right, TikTok, I guess, broke the app. Let's go move this over here. Oh, all right, let's go. Oh, what the heck? Like the chat broke. All right, let me go move this over here. All right, let's make sure the audio mixer is good. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Okay, and is the other. All right, let's see. Testing audio 1 2. Testing audio 1 2. Okay. Hopefully this will be good, and we can adjust things later if we need to. But other than the way that the game feels, in terms of like what I would prefer the game to actually feel like, it's something that I would say it has gotten a lot better since I actually bought into this game like when it was really early on. But right now, I would say the game definitely has some potential, especially with what's been going on with Diablo and Path of Exile. As long as they make this game relatively like casual, I think that this game could be a huge success, like legitimately. So what I plan to do for this is kind of answer the question while we're playing the new season too, because there's obviously going to be some new seasonal mechanics that will be brand new. Now, I've always said Last Epoch is a game that is worth your time if you like action RPGs, without a doubt. But like, I put thousands of hours in Path of Exile and Diablo, and with Last Epoch, I've played hundreds of hours into it, and I did have fun. But what makes this game a lot different is that each skill has its own skill tree, which is what makes this game very, very awesome. A swap. Now we're ready to go. Yes, and I'm finally glad the game's running, because day one, this game did not work, so I was like, I'll give it some time. But now we have a new skill to play around with. But as far as like the weight of the game, it's one of the hardest things that action RPGs can never get right, and sometimes they just never get it. Like for example, Titan Quest 2, kind of a cool game, but it's not on the same level as Diablo or Path of Exile in the current state. Same thing with Last Epoch. Again, it's not a bad game at all. Like, you could not tell me objectively that this is a bad game at all. As long as we can like swap skills. But what's cool is some skills you can use ranged, and you can use them melee. Like this skill over here, it's the same skill over here. It's called Flurry. But yeah, we'll play. I'll let you guys know how I feel about the game overall while we're playing. But yeah, the game wasn't working day one. I thought like I was having connectivity issues. Turned out it's just like for whatever reason, because I'm traveling right now, my laptop over here, I just had some like resolution settings that needed to be like adjusted, and we had gotten it to finally work. So yeah, we'll lock in, play some Last Epoch, and we'll continue the campaign. So right now we're going to have to go through the campaign just like you would in most action RPGs when there's a new season. But once we unlock some skill points for our individual skills, is it not on PS5? I don't know if this game has a console release yet. Because this game is out, it's not like early access. And so one thing that's really unique with this game, which you guys are about to see, we have these skill points that will go for our character passives. So like you can see, this one gives extra attack speed, we actually get physical damage, we get extra dexterity and extra HP, and then we get some resistances. So later you'll see that we have, like right now we have Rogue Mastery, and then there's Marksman, there's Falconer, and there's Blade Dancer. And this can be basically how you want to play your build. Now, I plan to go Heartseeker because it's a brand new skill. It's basically Diablo. It's from Diablo 4. But the Falconer has always been what I consider like a super S tier one. And since I believe you can respec now, because you used to not be able to do this, I want to go ahead and play with the new stuff. So we're definitely going to get Heartseeker. But this little chain requires you to go into that specialization, as far as I'm aware of, to actually, does it explain this? Maybe it explains it, but in some sort of tutorial. But as far as I'm aware of, like this chain indicates like you cannot, like I could still play Falconer and get like some of these skills over here. Like I can get these ones, but like to get Heartseeker, these little square ones, it requires me to invest into it. But like Falconer has always been like super top tier in the game. So that's the one that I would say is probably what we're going to go with. And then we can either transition, or I might just go straight into Heartseeker if like, you know, we progress and it seems like it's going to be a really good choice. Maybe we get some uniques and stuff that can modify it. But yeah, so far the game feels alright. Again, the big thing that I want to go ahead and bring up is like the way that the game feels. It's not terrible, but it's that weightless combat that is in a lot of action RPGs. Now again, the game is good, the skill trees are good, the difficulty I would say is fair, the bosses are awesome, the crafting. This game has some of the best crafting in action RPGs because it's beginner friendly. And the uniques are cool, there's set items. I mean, this game has a lot, it really does have a lot going for it. Genuinely. What's up, Black Sparrow? How you doing? But yeah, we're gonna progress in the game. I don't know, what was that shrine? Oh, increased mana and cooldown, okay.
Not happening.
Right now in the very beginning, we're just kind of moving along. What was this? Some armor? Oh, we got a ring too? Okay. So let's go ahead and equip this. We'll just right click. In the very beginning, it's going to be a lot of swapping in terms of gear.
Where'd you learn to fight?
Ooh, we can move up and down terrain. Take advantage of this faster cooldown. But yeah, we will play like a bow-based character in some sort of way. But currently this was just way better. We have a little dodge roll too. Got another specialization. Okay, so this is something that I'll explain real quick too. Maybe we'll do this in 1 second because the game doesn't look like it's pausing for this boss. We can use our new little flask skill. You can see we can do some poison damage. Got an amulet over here.
We're almost there.
A quiver.
See you ahead.
But yeah, the crafting system is super awesome in this game. We're just going to equip this. It's just giving us extra movement speed. And the amulet over here will give us some extra HP. So to explain how this works over here, we have 2 unspent points. And I want to go ahead and go, right in the very beginning we have to go row. We can't just, as far as I'm aware of, yeah, we can't just put in points to the other one, but until later. Because it requires us to put a total of a certain amount of points in here. I want to say it was like 20. You have to put a certain amount of points here, and then you can go and select like your secondary class. You also have to do like a quest for it. It's kind of cool. But in the very beginning, we got to select rogue. Even though I wouldn't mind putting points in here, we got to select these. So you can see I can put in a point here, which gives extra attack speed and damage. This gives us extra dexterity, and then this one gives us dodge rating as well as poison resistance. Some of these will go into other things, like it requires like prerequisites, right? This one also, every 3rd melee or throwing attack does increased damage, so you can get basically big chunk of damage over here. A lot of skills, by the way, work off of getting dexterity. I'm just going to put points into like extra damage as well as dexterity for now, because dex is how a lot of our skills will actually scale. But then as far as our skills go, we have the ability to select a certain skill, and we can actually enhance it. In the very beginning, I'm going to select Flurry because it's just really nice. So each skill has its own skill tree in the game, which is what makes this game very unique and what makes this game fun, in my personal opinion. So some of these will completely modify the skill. So you can see I get extra damage over here. This one's multiplicative 15%. That's another 5% attack speed, but that is a big chunk of damage over here. And there's extra attack speed that we can gain. What is it? Maximum 10%. So this gives us up to 10% attack speed, but we have to have the prerequisite of 1 point. Some of these will require 2 points. I like this one that gives us multiplier on damage, which is pretty cool. This one gives us a chance for kinetic burst. Well, what's kinetic burst? Well, is it alt in this game? Yeah. Oh, there's a control to hover over. Oh, is it not alt? Okay. Oh, if I hold alt, it does give. I'm sorry, my face is blocking it, but it makes it so they generate a burst of physical damage when they die. Enemies killed by flurry have a chance. So there's a 10% chance for basically explosion on kill. We can have a health hit. That's kind of nice to have, right? If you want like some good sustain. And then we can also grant ourselves mana. I really like this damage thing, but leashes a portion of the damage that it deals as health is quite nice too. And we only need 1 point to get to it, so I don't think this is that bad, considering we can gain flat HP. With this, even though I want to get damage right now. Sometimes progressing is quite nice to have a lot of survivability, but each skill in the game has its own skill tree, which is awesome. But yeah, we're just going to continue, and just like most action RPGs, you're kind of just going through the campaign to get to the end game as quickly as possible. So what I plan to do is get to the progress through the campaign for like the first half hour, and I'll tell you guys how I feel after the first half hour, and we'll see how exciting the game is. But as far as it goes for the campaign and cinematic pieces, there's like one of the cooler like things that happens in the game is that you get to like fly in this like griffin, but for the most part it's pretty generic. I'm gonna be real with you. There's nothing that sticks out in the campaign that's like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to get to this part. It's basically just get to the end game. But the way I see it though is the game is still fun overall. In the game, just like most action RPGs, you want to get to the end game ASAP. I don't know why so many action RPGs make you go through the leveling process every single season. It's probably to make the game last longer, but like I always think that it's probably in their benefit just to let the players have enough new content so they can have fun, not like, oh, it takes people like a week to get everything, you know, up and running again. But eventually we're going to swap the bow, but right now this is just, you can see this is just so much faster. But the campaign is very fair, and like if you're wondering like, you know, I'm new to action RPGs, don't worry. This game is probably the most fair action RPG out there. Like the bosses, they do have telegraphed attacks. The crafting in this game is super easy to understand. even if you don't normally do crafting in the game. I'm gonna do one. Oh, since we're playing online, it doesn't pause. But we need to go over here. There's sometimes like there's these chests. Let's go ahead and just open up one of these. I don't know what the seasonal mechanic is yet. Last season it was like you would kind of fight like these bosses several times, and you put in items. But oh, looks, we got a short spear.
Easy, too easy.
Now some skills will require very specific like weapon type. But what's cool with the rogue is like you can, most of the skills kind of are like hybrid. Let's see if we can use this. Oh, can we use a shield with this one? The spear. Oh, okay. I guess that's a two-hander. I'm assuming since this is yellow, it does more damage. But it depends on the like the mods that we get. Got some gold here. Go to the next town and we'll. Oh, that's a lot of damage. No, I'm honestly going to say that the sword was just so much better. Getting kind of low on HP over here.
Not happening.
Oh, with the dodge roll, you have charges. Some of the monsters, I guess, like this one, it actually seems like it's very strong. But we'll invest into some defenses, and we have a new skill called Puncture, and this is a skill that I actually enjoy, but I need to get a bow. This area feels like it's a little overtuned. Health potion. But so far, it kind of just feels like I'm kind of progressing here. Like any other action RPG in the very beginning, you need to try to get a bunch of items. What does our current one give us? Nothing. Give some extra fire res on that. Try to move along here, and then what we'll do also next is I want to go to options and change my movement keybind, as you can actually move with a very specific key. There's certain action RPGs that don't have this because I'm running this on my laptop right now, so I have to change one of the things in the. Is there not? Oh, here we go. Oh no, that's Can we put? What I want this thing to do is be able to hold it down and move to the target, if that makes any sense. So let me go into settings. Is under like can you not change that for force move? Let me go check real quick. So there should be like a force move. Oh. I don't really need that. I forgot how to change that. I know you can move with Q in this game. It's under gameplay? Ah, okay. This is move melee attack. Okay. I want that one for sure. But I also want to just force move. I want to attack and move at the same time. Ah, dang, it's got to be under one of these settings. Oh, change input keys. That's what we want, right? Oh. Force move. Okay. All right. So I found exactly what I wanted to show you guys. So here it is. Oh, did the game crash? Last Epoch. I don't know. Did I just break the game? You need to reinstall. You haven't played in months. Ah, yes. The new update just came out, but I think my game just crashed. Okay, I'll close it. Because what I wanted to do is have force move on Q. And then I have W and all my other buttons, which is exactly what I wanted to do. So, reboot the game back up. Have I played this yet? I've played it before. Like, I've gotten, I think, like 3 characters to end game. And then for Season 1, I had 1 character ending game. So I had two characters on Season 1, or Season 0. And then for Season 1, I played 1 character to end game. And then I just stopped playing. I got to end game, and I played for like an hour or 2, and I was like, the way the game feels isn't on Diablo's level. Rogue's Blast, you like it, Jay? Good to hear, man. Did you try the new Heartseeker skill? Because that's the thing that I want to play. I'll see if it's any good. Alright. You getting to it? Is that what you plan to play? Or what do you plan to play? I gotta go, like, walk back. We got to, like...
Not happening.
Oh, it didn't let me change the settings in change input keys. Force move Q place. Ah, okay. Yeah, we want that zoomed all the way out. Okay, so we'll go back to exactly where we got. You're already level 30. Oh, cool, man. We're just gonna get back to exactly where we were.
Not happening.
No, you can't go down? Ooh, that's kind of a big thing, man. Really? Nah, you can't go down, man. Okay, now we're at the fortress walls. Okay, so we're back. Oh, what the heck? Did it crash a second time? I don't know what happened. Why? Okay, let me just give it a second. I don't know why when I alt-tab out, it like bricks the game. You guys see this, right? Let's go and click on Last Epoch. I'll give it like 30 seconds this time. And if it doesn't like go instantly, then I guess I'm just gonna have to reset the thing. Yeah, I don't know, man. It does not want me to alt tab out ever, which is a really bad thing. You had that issue yesterday. Ah, okay. Where it just crash on you if you alt tab out. That's a pretty big issue though for a game. Like if I'm if I'm playing the game, especially like on stream and stuff, like I'm gonna like move my mouse around. Come on, crash? Yeah, I think it crashed. This is the second time too, which is like, you know, obviously pretty bad. I mean, I didn't play the game the first day because they said that the servers, like, they weren't working, and I'm like, all right, this is cool. Dude, I expect that with every single game, you know what I mean? Every single game, like, when it first comes out, I'm like, I used to always wake up, like, the second it would come out and start my stream, like, half an hour early, and I'd be just sitting there in the lobby, log in. Again, oh, it doesn't work, guys, I'm sorry. It feels so bad to do that. Like, I hate doing that, but, like, there's nothing else I can do about it, right? Okay, now if I alt-tab that, does it just brick as soon as I alt-tab out? Is that what causes it? It's so weird that if I alt-tab out, it bricks the game. That's so strange. Maybe I can put up a setting for a hotkey. Let's make a setting. Hotkey. Okay, let's try this. And let me just do this once, and then I won't need to do this anymore. Sorry. I have to set up a hotkey for start and stop. Our pause will be minus, non-pause. Okay, and this should work now. I have to close the game one more time though, which sucks because then I have to walk all the way back. But ain't nothing I can do about it. Samsung Odyssey. Oh, it's having issues swiping between controller and keyboard. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I don't know. All right. That won't even boot back up? No, come on. We can't get trolled that hard. Oh, there he goes. But hey, that's the reality of it. You think the game's mid? No, I'm not going to disagree with you in terms of the game being kind of mid in terms of the way the game feels. But like the ideas in this game are pretty damn good. We can't deny that. Like there really isn't any denying that like they want this game to be good. It's not like a cash grab game, you know what I mean? Like there's been AAA games that have like the best graphics, but like they're kind of made for a cash grab, right? Let's be real. Keep it at 100. I'm excited though, man. I'm super excited.
Not happening. Not happening. Not happening. Not happening.
Okay. Now I want to say that there should be like a thing over here. All right. So now we're back exactly where we are. So one of the settings I really recommend you guys to do is there's this thing over here where you can say move to melee attack enemies that are out of range. You can also change up your keybinds, but I've already done that. But man, 2 crashes in this amount of time. Unlucky, but hey, it happens. I get it. Day one video games. But it's been out for a while. They even like tweeted out and we're talking about it. But hopefully we won't get any more crashes in this little play session. The physics sometimes are really good in this game. Other times like they kind of float for a while. But as long as the game is good, I think that's the bottom line. There's a shrine over here. I didn't think 200% increased chance of stun and stun duration. Okay. Like that guy kind of felt a little bit floaty. I mean, maybe he's really light. So there is a few set of quests that you can do to unlock these little like idle slots, and there's certain quests that like you want to do. I don't remember all of them off the top of my head. This is not like a walkthrough guide, but I'm supposed to just showing the game and just kind of talking about it while like I kind of play to see if I like enjoy the game enough. Oh man, it's a lot of damage here. But I know that there's a quest that's important to do over here. Hit him with a couple of these poison stacks. Oh, one thing I think is pretty cool with this game is like you can apply poison and bleed in stacks and it'll like work a lot better. Wow, this guy's like really strong. Now, we can just enter the portal. Oh, maybe a little lag over there. Keep in mind, I am like traveling, so like right now I'm on hotel Wi-Fi, so maybe that's just the hotel Wi-Fi. But I can go back to town, refill my flasks, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna see if we can maybe get some items to increase our character's survivability. Oh. Swap these over here. Let's see, we have extra bow attack speed, we have like a mid bow, and then I think it's like, what is it, shift plus right click to sell the item. The sword seems like it's really good. It's got 20 melee damage, whereas this has 18, but you have to also realize we also get some extra poison resistance. But I'm gonna go ahead and sell all of these for now, and then we'll talk more about crafting and stuff. I know my face is kind of blocking it, but if I buy an item, you'll see the item anyways. This is, I believe, a two-handed sword. Yeah, it's a two-handed sword. And then let's see what this gives. 9 melee damage and 2% crit. Oh, I think that's definitely worth it. So we're going to go and buy it. Boom. Swap this. And then we'll sell that item. And we have a helmet that gives us what? Armor. 1 vitality. Okay, looks like that's all the defenses we're going to get. 11 mana. Some dodge rating. Oh, let's go swap this. The vendors are actually pretty decent in this game, if I remember correctly. There's also a Gamba mechanic too. So now we're going to go back into the boss, and this time we'll have a little bit more stats. But yeah, the game overall, there's no pay to win, by the way, if you're like wondering should you pick up this game. If you like action RPGs like Diablo, Path of Exile, I would say that there is some fun to be had with this game, but like it just doesn't have that production quality that those games have currently. And also, like, the tuning of this guy, it just seems like he's like way too strong. We have some life regen, but like, do I really want to walk around this whole time waiting? Not really. Maybe we can just fight him ranged. After we have our health potion.
Not happening.
We just need one more potion. There's not too much penalty for death, but like it just feels like it's a little bit overtuned right here. Maybe we just need to play ranged and we'll be okay. Okay, there we go, we got him. So he dropped us an item. Let's see, what does this have? We have some extra dodge rating on this, or armor. We'll go for like evade in this build, so. Do we need to break this or jump down? Maybe we have to go all the way around because we can't dash through the fire. Some of the areas it will let you like traverse the terrain by like going through it. Some sort of shrine that gives us a buff, so. Once we get that like 4 life unhit, like it's gonna make this game feel so much easier. Yo! Thank you so much for the sub, Areno. I appreciate it. This game doesn't really last like all tapping out. I don't have my katana, but thank you so much. I really appreciate the sub, man. This game, single player or MMO. This game, oh, we actually started from that way. So it is multiplayer. You can play with friends. There's also a trade. There's an online trading economy. Sorry, I can't alt tab out. Otherwise, I don't know if it's like the servers for this game, but like as soon as I alt tab out, the game crashes. So thank you so much again for the sub, but it won't even show up who it is. You could say in the chat so I can manually thank you, but thank you once again. Okay, so we defeated him, but is this a bug over here? I'll be honest, like I'm pretty sure that that's supposed to go away. we'll go back to town and see if it like somehow miraculously fixes it. But as far as I'm aware of, the area should be open. I actually walked backwards, thinking that we could talk to the NPCs, but I don't think it has anything to do with that. Oh, these are just cosmetics, so it doesn't really matter. But we actually have another set of passive points. We can get extra dodge, but I would much rather put it into attack speed and dexterity and HP. All right, let's see if we can go back. It could be just that it's like buggy, but for some reason, yeah, I definitely could recommend still purchasing this game. I know it's like, I said the game's combat isn't quite there. Okay, so I don't know why, for some reason, it didn't let us progress on that one.
Not happening.
Ooh.
Not happening.
But we should be able to take it down a lot easier now, as long as we don't just stay in the fire AoE. Okay. Am I crazy? There's nowhere else to go. Is this just bugged? Like, we clearly defeated him. And this is only going backwards. Alright. I don't know what's wrong with this game. I really think that there's like a bug or something. Like, I can't even progress on this character. You guys see this, right? Like, I ain't crazy. My character is bricked. I wonder if it's because I went back in a portal and it like bugged out the game. Okay. Whoops. Dude, if I broke it. I broke it. I think I'm gonna try clicking on it again. I'm gonna also yeah, I don't know, I can't fix this. Like, if it, oh yeah, I don't know why it's so broken. All right, well, we're gonna try something else. Yeah, because I think that the game is like actually broken. Let me go to properties over here. So I did this. I'm going to copy and paste this in the chat so I have it. I did this and it helped kind of play the game, but I'm going to go to installed files and go to browse. I'm going to see if I change the compatibility here, because I did change the compatibility to run it in a very specific thing. And I don't know if this fixed it. I'm going to try to remove this. And then I'm going to go to more options, go to properties. And I'm going to go to compatibility and see if this fixes the alt tab, because I have to be able to alt tab out in the game. Oh, it keeps kicking you from the server. Ah, yes. You liking it? Awesome. Did you try Heartseeker? Has anyone in my chat played Heartseeker before, by the way? Because I want to do that. Did I move? No, I'm traveling right now. Right now we are in Thailand, man. There's a, well, it was a festival for, it's called Songkran. Basically, it's a giant, like, everyone runs around with squirt guns. It's really, really fun. All right. Oh, looks like it's working, guys. And I don't have those parameters opened. It might crash on me one more time. The reason why. Okay. I don't know what's causing it to work or not working, but if I can make sure that I can alt tab out, that's very important. Okay. Sunbeams? Okay. I think this character is bricked though, guys. I actually bricked it. Why is the game crashing? The game just it just got a new season. They tweeted out and said, sorry guys, like, you know, we're having server issues and stuff. Now, dude, as soon as I alt tab out, the game bricks every single time. Okay. So I have realized there is zero alt tabbing out in this game at all. Zero. I can't do it. But Nugasu, thank you so much for the subscription with Prime. That's who I need to thank, Nugasu. Thank you so much again for the sub. Yeah, I'm gonna have to reopen up the game. I'm sorry, guys. It's the last time I'm gonna do it because I'm gonna play for like a little bit. I don't know why alt tabbing breaks the game, but it 100% is what's causing it. I'm trying to think of any other ways we can get around it. I just can't touch anything. Yeah, I think it just might be. I don't know if it's like the game itself, because like I don't think a server could have any issue with you alt tabbing out, unless it's some sort of anti-cheat and it's like thinking that like you're trying to cheat. So, I remember some anti-cheats, they would like lock your like mouse so you couldn't like alt tab out and do anything else. This is like really way back in the day. All right, but hopefully it'll open up. It's because it's a huge update to the base game and there's a great influx of players. Yeah, but do you think that alt tabbing could do something? Because you can see we're in Asia right now. But yeah, I think the character we made actually bricked because I went back into town. So we actually have to delete this character. Rip the character, man. Okay. All right. Well, it's fine. We're gonna do a new walkthrough. All right. All right. Let's get started, guys. Last Epoch, Season 2. Let's find out if it's any good. Let's go ahead and make a brand new online character, seasonal. We're going to be locking in the Rogue with a brand new Heartseeker skill. And let's have some fun, man. Let's go. And I'll kind of answer the question, is this game good? Because I get asked that quite frequently, as I normally play like Diablo and Path of Exile, but people wanted to know if Last Epoch Season 2 is good. Now, when this first came out, the servers were having issues, so I didn't get to play day one, but we're going to play now. I'll give you guys kind of the rundown, my initial impressions and thoughts of the game. Now, I have played the game before. I've got hundreds of hours in this game, but I've got thousands of hours in Path of Exile and Diablo. But I'll give you guys my raw impressions of the season. So basically, it's very similar to Diablo and Path of Exile. The upsides of this game is that every skill has its own skill tree. The downsides of this game is the combat. Doesn't have that like visceral action combat is the best way to put it. So if you've ever played some games where they feel a little bit weightless, that's the biggest thing that plagues Last Epoch, 100%. But like as far as it being a good action RPG, absolutely yes. Like if you're wondering, should I buy this game? If you like Diablo, if you like Path of Exile, this is your sort of game. However, it doesn't feel as tight. Like the best way to put it is if you compare a AAA game with a game that's like AA. But there are aspects of this game that are better than AAA. This game, 100%, no doubt, better combat in terms of its identity for some of the classes, and the skill trees are amazing in this game. And what I mean by that is if you compare this game to like Diablo's skill tree, every skill, which you guys will see very soon, has its own skill tree. That's the biggest selling point of this game, is the skill tree. And there's going to be newer skills. There's kind of like these ascendancies that you'd have like in Path of Exiles. Got this new shuriken skill. We're going to use this for a little bit, as the bow over here gives us +2 bow damage. But we can use you can't actually dual wield in this game. You have to unlock it though with the rogue class. But as far as it goes, keep in mind I am playing on a laptop on Wi-Fi. We're on hotel Wi-Fi. We're still traveling right now, but I'm still going to give you guys the gameplay and give you guys my thoughts on the game. And again, there's, by the way, no pay to win in this game. It's a buy once. It's not a free game. But the game is very fair. At least in my personal opinion, out of like Diablo, Path of Exile, this is the most fair action RPG. Diablo is a little bit on the too easy side, I'm going to be real. But keep in mind, Diablo is what I would consider more of a casual entry action RPG. Well, this one is very casual for an entry action RPG too. It's definitely a lot more challenging as you get later in the game. So we're going to kill these enemies over here with our little shurikens. And the class fantasy is actually really, Really well done. By the way, if you're wondering, is the campaign good? Honestly, it's kind of a whatever for me. I'm just going to be rushing straight to the end game, just like you would in most action RPGs, which is not necessarily a bad thing at all. Okay, this one gives us, it's a blue, so it gives us more. Like, the itemization in this game is really well done. Did we get a quiver? Okay, it's auto-equipping some of the stuff. There's shrines. There's everything that you would expect to see in an action RPG. So here's, oh, well, hold on, I'm getting attacked over here. So this is how it works. When you level up, you get passive points that will be for your character. So right now we're on Rogue, but we're eventually going to go either Marksman or Falconer. And basically, think of these as like your class ascendancies. However, you can still put points into Marksman, even if you're not a Marksman. I believe up until this chain. This is what indicates the differences. So we can get, right now, we can only get points into Rogue. Once we spend enough points into Rogue, we then can basically ascend, which will be later. So what we can do is we can get extra attack speed, physical damage, we can get dexterity, which a lot of skills, by the way, in this game, they will tell you what they scale off of. So it'll say like physical, melee, bow attack, dexterity, and that's basically what it scales off of. In the very beginning, honestly, steady hand is like one of the best things because it gives you dex, which gives you pretty much damage scaling, and it gives you HP, and HP is pretty important in this game. As you'll find out, the game is kind of hard. I'm not gonna lie. If you only go damage, the game is relatively fair though. But in the very beginning, you don't have like the evasion rating like requirements. But once we get puncture, the game will be a lot smoother. The shurikens are okay. Let's see, we get 100% crit right at this shrine over here. And pretty much most of the campaign is just walking from point A to point B. It's not something where I would say it's a amazing amount of set pieces that will just blow your mind away as far as the campaign goes. It's pretty much, you go here, you go where the arrow tells you to go. There's also charms in this game that they're called idols. Basically the same thing as Diablo. Some areas you can go from like the high ground to the low ground and vice versa, which is good for traversal, right? Because you want to be able to get towards the end game as quickly as possible. But if you're playing range, just like in every action RPG, it is superior. Which is why I love the Falconer. The Falconer is like so godly.
Well done. We're almost there. See you ahead.
But yeah, the campaign's okay. Like it's like if I had to give this game like a rating, because the whole point of this video is like, is this game fun, right? So keep in mind again, if you see any like lag, the servers are having issues. They tweeted out about it. Like there's this like earlier on. So we unlock what's called the specialization slot. So we also have the point here. We can get extra attack speed. I'm going to get more into dexterity because I really want the HP. And then we have a new specialization. So what this allows us to do, we also got a new skill, which I'll play with it. These are all the skills that you're going to be able to get. Now, depending on what class we go, we will get more skills. Now, you can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these unlocked, and these are our skills that we're going to invest into. So you basically get to select. You can still use all your skills in the game. It's just that you only have 5 skills that you can invest points into. So I get to select which skill I want to use. I'm going to, let's say, select shurikens, for example. Now I have shurikens locked in. I have a skill point in shurikens that I can spend over here on any of these. Each skill has its own skill tree. This is its biggest like driving point here, as far as like it goes. And you can see I can add like a bleed, I can make it poison, I can do penetration, I have a pierce chance, I have attack speed. But let's say I don't want it, right? I can just respec and I can just despecialize in it. It's cool. It just removes all the skill points. Right now, it doesn't really matter because I only have 1 point into it. So we have Acid Flask over here that does some dot damage, which is actually pretty good in the very beginning. We have Flurry, which can give us extra HP. And once we're level 8, 20, and 35, and 50, we get extra skill slots. Think of it kind of like that. That's the best way to, I guess, put it. This will give us extra attack speed. In the very beginning, actually, we can mess around with this for a while. I actually like this one. So it just does more damage. We can add a slow to it. It's a chance. Or we can just get a point into this, which will give us some more damage. So yes, we can select this, and now I get the extra 20% damage. And I'm going to, let's say, move this skill over here to W, and we're going to continue. And we're going to use this as our skill now. And then we can also sell any of the stuff that we don't want to the NPC, because we're basically progressing in the campaign. Talk to all the NPCs that have a yellow. But going back to what I was saying as far as like score points, like visually the game, I mean, it's not bad at all. Like I'd say if I was to give it like a visual score, I mean, it's like 7. It does the job, but oh, these are like cosmetics. By the way, there's no pay to win in the game. I'm just looking for the NPC where we can go sell all of our stuff. But, like the graphics are okay. I don't have everything maxed out because, like I said, I'm traveling. I'm on a laptop right now. So I'm just gonna go sell all these items, and then we're gonna go buy other items. Crafting in this game is legitimately like 10 out of 10. I think this game has the best crafting in the entire game. This one gives us extra regen. Hopefully my face isn't really blocking it, but it's fine. We're gonna get this for extra regen. We can get, our belt has 0 stats on it right now. We have increased fire damage, dodge rating, 15 health. I'm gonna grab all the HP because in this game, again, you need some defenses. This gives us 12 bow damage, this is 12. We'll talk more about like crafting later. What is this, 71? Okay, we can purchase this as well. And we're just going to continue. And just go up. And you can respec, it'll cost gold, but it's really not that big of a deal unless you're respecing a lot. Alright, we're going to go talk to this NPC and just go ahead and continue. But yeah, graphics in this game, it's like a 7. It's like passable. Maybe I could even say like a 6 or 5. That's totally fine. The graphics aren't its driving point. The biggest area that I want to say that I would give it criticism for is specifically the way that the game feels. You don't have that like weighted combat that you have in Path of Exile, especially Path of Exile 2, man. But yeah, I really like the acid flask in the very beginning. See, the damage is great. Now the downside is obviously it costs mana. And we don't have infinite of that yet. But we can mess around with the shurikens and kind of attack them and then move as well. And you can play whatever you enjoy. Acid Flask is doing some work. But if I was to give like the action combat part, it's like compared to modern, like if I'm comparing this to Diablo 4 and Path of Exile, it is very far behind. It's like 3 or 4 out of 10 for the way the combat feels. Now it depends also on the skill that you're using, but it just feels super, super, super outdated. But as far as like the skill tree system, oh man, this game's like, is 10 out of 10. It is the best skill, like the way that the skills interact is really cool, because like I can convert this acid flask, let's say I can convert it into cold damage, fire damage, and there could be a unique that changes the skill completely. Like the skills and itemization in this game are genuinely 10 out of 10. It is top notch. It's just the way that the game feels is farther behind. So if I was to give the like no game scores on that, I'm giving it very, very high scores in certain areas, but like I said, it's got some really, really, really good aspects of the game. The graphics aren't the best. Yeah, the gameplay is good. The end game, I haven't seen the new update. There's supposed to be major overhauls and updates to it, so we'll see how it goes, man. But most of these are just kill enemies. This one we have to fight past the invaders over here. And oh, also another thing that's important is you can get multiple stacks, and you can actually shred armor as well. So now we have a new skill to play around with, which is puncture. Pretty fun skill. And then we have another point, but we're gonna wait to put that in, as the game does not pause for you, which I actually really like that Path of Exile allows you to do that, because there might be something that you want to read, and that will allow you to essentially read. So I'll kill all these enemies so then we can put in the next point. So we have another unspent point. Again, I'm locking all this dexterity in because, again, it's damage and HP. Looks like we got some movement speed, which will be excellent because we're going to come up to like a elite/boss battle over here. Strax, okay. So as long as we attack and move, easy peasy. And then until we're out of mana, and then we go back to spamming shurikens, or we can spam this other skill over here, which is puncture, which is actually the skill that I personally enjoy the most. We're going to invest into it. Once we get level 8, we can maybe swap to that if we want to. It's just that in the very beginning, honestly, the flasks AoE is like really nice to have. So this boss, just don't stand inside the AoE and you'll be okay. Basically, just don't play melee. This game is very fair, though. Oh, by the way, crafting, if we're talking about like numerical scores, this game, honestly, dude, this game is legitimately 10 out of 10 for the crafting and the itemization. It is so nice and beginner friendly. I love it. What do we have on this? We have movement speed boots. We have physical res. We want to start scaling evasion. Oh, by the way, never portal back before going to this boss. It will bug out the game. I learned that the hard way. It doesn't really matter though, because if you just use acid flask, game's pretty easy. Oh, I did damage over time. That's why I like the skill so much. It just covers it up. But play the skill that you enjoy. And so far as like it goes, I believe this is one of like the quests that you want to do. There are certain quests in this game where you want to do to unlock what's called idle slots, and the idle slots will enable you to get more charms. But yeah, there's a bunch of quests that are kind of optional, and like you only need to do so many of them, which is kind of cool. I actually really like the way that they designed that for the campaign. So click on all the shrines. And hopefully I can show you guys what an idol is, and the uniques in this game are actually pretty cool too. Set items were kind of bad, but apparently they've gotten buffed, and obviously there's a new season, so there's probably going to be a lot more newer items to play around with. But yeah, could definitely easy recommendation if you like action RPGs. And I don't think this game is $60. I haven't checked what the price is at the moment for the game. Yeah, there's a new season. Yes, Branch, to answer your question. Happy Sunday. Oh, is it Sunday? I think for me, it's Sunday or Monday for me. Because I'm 14 hours ahead of the U.S., so sometimes like the days of release dates and stuff, I gotta keep in mind. I gotta. Javelin Pally deletes all content. Yeah, but I like the rogue, man. I gotta always play the bow characters. That's kind of like my thing. But if there's something super broken, then sometimes I'll play two things. But I gotta at least try out the Heartseeker.
Not happening.
So once we're out of mana, some skills, by the way, can generate mana, or you can make skills that normally don't cost mana. And again, this is where this game becomes like 10 out of 10. Oh, they are automatically absorb the crafting materials. The crafting in this game legitimately is 10 out of 10. I'd even give it 11 out of 10. The crafting in this game is so good. And the reason why it's so good is because the crafting system in this game allows you to... we also have another point in here, so we can get extra damage as well. This is increased AoE. But the reason why the crafting system is so good is so beginner friendly. It's so beginner friendly. I think there's one that can convert it to fire damage. Instead of physical, it does fire damage. So again... but no chance for poison pools. Oh, it has a chance to throw in a poison pool. If you have alt, it'll tell you kind of like what it does. But this one's pretty good. Some of these will require multiple points. We have Armor Shred, and if each stack of Armor Shred reduces armor by 100, increase the damage taken from all hits, can reduce armor below 0. So if I want to get like armor shredding, I can get Acid Flask has a chance to grant haste for a short. Oh, so 25% chance to grant haste. Haste is a movement speed that increases movement speed by 30%, and then it lasts for 2 seconds. That's actually a really good thing, but I have to put 2 points into it first. When you directly use Acid Flask, you now throw 3 in a line, but it costs more mana. So there's... Okay, that costs 5 extra mana. Now, if I want to search for any node that could be like mana cost reduction, let's see. Mana efficiency. This is like resource cost reduction. And we also get damage. That's kind of cool. Now, it will require me to get this Hinder, which will then slow them down. Like I said, I really like Acid Flask. Now, usually I'm all about getting damage. Even though this one will give me more mana efficiency and damage. This one's 20% more damage. But I kind of want to be able to spam it. And I guess we can start applying a slow. Maybe there could be a different bonus. See how there's only 1 point? So I need 1 point into this to then get this. And like I said, I really like having this skill in the very beginning. So we just hit that little thing it's required for the quest. And then we're going to go ahead and continue. But as far as like the new season goes, I haven't seen any of the new season mechanic yet. We'll see. We also have a passive point for completing that. Cool. Again, we're just going to lock that in. And now that I put enough points into it, I can use dual blades. But we take 9% more damage. And then damage taken while moving is something you can consider. Now, I could also go dual blades. Blade Dancer is a very fun class. But just like most action RPGs, do not recommend anything that's melee. Especially the Falconer is so good. And then over here, oh, we have another point to spend over here. So now we get resource cost reduction. They call it like mana efficiency, but it's like same thing. Puncture Bleed is OP, yeah. Is it? Oh, we got another passive point. See, we're just getting so much over here, man. I love it. Great. Just keep on going, man. But within the first 15 minutes, I already feel like my character is feeling like pretty decently powerful. Like, let's see, is this 1 or 2? Maybe like two hits. 2 hits unless it creates an acid pool. I think there's a chance for it to like create an acid pool, but the game is so fair in terms of like its progression. Like if Path of Exile 2 was maybe too hard, and one thing that Path of Exile did, okay, even though the point of the video is supposed to be saying, is this game good? I have to compare it to Path of Exile because it's a very like frequently asked question, this and Diablo. So like also all these little like shards, you want to pick them up for sure, and then we may have gotten an upgrade here. Is that this game... Oh, we have increased damage over time. The thing is that Path Path of Exile just doesn't drop enough loot, and like when you have an action RPG that doesn't give you loot, you best believe players are going to complain about it. I mean, there's a reason why Path of Exile is sitting at mostly negative right now, and I love Path of Exile. And do I think it deserves mostly negative? No, but people are upset. Diablo also in Season 8, they're making the game way harder. People don't like that. People have been very vocal about the negativity with that game. Now, Last Epoch right now is a pretty good opportunity to make a big comeback. And that is because if all these action RPGs want us to spend hundreds and hundreds of hours in them, I think making the game more accessible is kind of key. The Falconer reminds me of the Spiritborn. The Falconer gets a pet falcon, and I think that it's a really cool class. And I think it's the most OP class in the entire game. Now, I haven't seen what it does this season, but we can go Falconer and Marksman, because you can swap the ascendancies. In this area, we're just kind of surviving. Again, the campaign in this game, if you don't have fun in the campaign, it's no big deal. I'm kind of just like whatever with the campaign. It's not something that I'm like, oh my gosh, I need the campaign to be good in my action RPGs. The campaign can suck in a lot of action RPGs, and I could care less. But I know for some people, they want like a story. Honestly, could care less about this game's like campaign. But you see, like the bosses, that we're doing it pretty easy right now. I mean, it does do pretty good damage, but we're not standing in any of the giant AoEs. And as long as you don't do that, we want to pick up all these shards. They're going to be used for crafting later. So what do we have over here? We have increased critical strike. And now that isn't 19% crit, it works off base crit. So that Jade Ring, okay, we have extra dexterity. That's good. As long as it has dexterity, we're going to definitely grab those. Now we've got to speak with Balthus. So again, most of the campaign is just doing exactly what we're doing right now, which is like skip, and then we just go to the yellow arrow. And just like any other action RPG, you have the tab mini map over here. But as far as it goes in terms of the new season, I feel like it feels pretty much what I remember it feeling like, as in like the gameplay just, it's missing that like combat. It's the one thing it's missing, and if they could get that down, I think this could be one of the best action RPGs, genuinely. But I wish that you had a faster way to progress, like in terms of like getting through the campaign. But apparently it's not that long. Now, that's when you're comparing it to speedruns. It was like 2 hours. Is what I believe I saw Rax do it in 2 hours. But I don't remember off the top of my head how long it took me or an average player to do the campaign. But the key should be basically spamming all of our mobility skills like every single time they're off cooldown, and maybe throw an acid blast down so we can move. But sometimes on the mini-map, you'll see some of these like chests, and I always liked opening up those, but hopefully we can do one of the new League mechanics. My plan at least is to do the first half hour, 30 minutes, and give you guys my impressions of it, because I think that matters a lot for games. A lot of people, they give the game like 20, 30 minutes, and if they're not having fun, you know. But I'm going to do my first 30 minutes impressions, and then I'm going to like lock in with my like first hour, like after. And then I'm going to see how I feel about the game. And we're getting new skills to play around with. So it does a pretty good job of keeping you entertained, though. Because I'm thinking about it from like a new player's like perspective, right? If I keep on getting new skills every few levels and new things to play around with, I'm going to enjoy myself much more than if, you know, it takes so long to get to some skills. I don't know if any of you guys played MMOs back in the day, but MMOs back in the day, if I'm not getting a new skill every like hour, dude, it feels bad, right? Because I'm wondering, like, where's my fun? You know, I want new toys, and I'm gonna mess around with all the skills for you guys. I actually think this new skill that we just got, what is it, S, is actually pretty fun. It's called Cinder Strike. We can lock it in. We'll swap shurikens with Cinder Strike. So what it does is every 3 attacks, the last one like explodes, and it's actually one of my favorite skills that we can mess around with. However, if I want to unspec out of my current skill, it will go back down like to level like I don't remember if it goes to like 1. There is like a minimum threshold. I think it's right here. So the minimum one, I think, is it'll always give us +1 no matter what if I reset. But how it works is your skills kind of work like the skills in PoE, where like in PoE 1, where like you can level them up, right? And the level up is the points that you get to put into. Now if I unspec out of it, it goes back to, it gives us minimum 1, but they level up really fast. Really fast. We gotta be spamming our mobility skills too. All right. So click on the NPC. Come on. Some of the areas do look pretty cool though, like it's coming in. But yeah, I would say if I had to give this game like a score, I think a 7 or 8 is a pretty fair score. If they got the combat down, this is easy, like 9 out of 10. Easy 9 out of 10. Anything good? Oh, not really. Now we gotta return over here. We gotta keep on spamming. I'm at the point via everything I've heard regarding PoE 2 and Last Epoch is if you want fun, dabble in this. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Yeah, if you just want to have fun in action RPG, you can lock in with Last Epoch and have a blast. All right, now we're gonna go over here. Honestly, some of the areas on the map get kind of confusing because it wants you to like. How it works is you go back in time in between timelines and some of the areas change. There's actually a couple areas in this game. It's called Tomb of the Keepers. I just know that there's like one area where you travel back in time and it opens and closes doors because they're like broken and stuff. And it's actually really cool. It's kind of like if you ever played Titanfall 2, there's like a map that's like, what the heck? What the heck is this? What the heck is this? Oh, TikTok broke the thing. It said I'm inactive. What do you mean? The live stream will end if I don't. Alright, it's fine. We just teleported back into town. The problem is that this game also crashes every single time we go back into town. But it was like perfectly timed anyways, so it's like whatever. It's not that big of a deal. So we can just reopen up the game. Hey bro, played Diablo 4 and PoE 2 is Last Epoch. That's a good question. I would say it kind of feels like I don't mean this in a disrespectful way, but it kind of feels like an indie game. But it's good. It's like a really good indie game where it's like it's got a lot of passion in it. But like the reality is it ain't on Path of Exile or Diablo's level. Inactive streamer, dude. It's so stupid that thing like pops up because like sometimes it'll pop up right in the middle of like combat, like in a video game. Like, how am I inactive? Like, what am I supposed to do? The reason why is because I think they just don't want you to stream movies, and that's understandable. Like, cause you know, like people do crazy things on TikTok. I've seen some crazy stuff, and they don't want people to just stream. I've watched people stream anime and stuff. You know. Obviously, that's why they have to make sure that people aren't like bootlegging movies and just throwing up like hours of streams. But now we gotta go reopen up the game. But yeah, to answer your question, Francisco, Last Epoch is definitely a great, fun sort of a game, and I think that that's one thing that like Path of Exile forgets. Path of Exile is just making it like so hardcore that it's like inaccessible from like come home from work, just want to chill out and play video games. You know, very, very big deal. Oh, it's already 9:30 over here. All right. All right, I think we're back in. All right. Okay. What is it? All right, so now we're back after the game. For some reason, if you alt tab out, I don't know if it's like a bug with the game right now, but it just crashes on me. I don't know. TikTok thinks that I'm AFK, probably streaming anime. Anyways, let's go ahead and continue, and we're just gonna go ahead and get an extra passive point. And again, I want to lock in with all of this. Max now dexterity. It is damage too. Now this one, if you want to do wield, you can go for it. It's not bad, but I'm telling you right now, the acid flask is what I like to level up with for a while, and then I do like puncture as well, but we're gonna get that at level 8 and we're 7 right now. So what we can do is pretty much spam our acid flask until we run out of mana, and then we can swap. And then later we're gonna have this pet falcon that's almost gonna one shot pretty much everything, man. Team bootleg. Oh, dude, like I mean, I don't mind if people like bootleg stuff. I mean, let's be real. Most people do that anyways when they're looking for like TV shows and stuff. There's so many websites, man. But anyways, this is the skill that I was talking about. Cinder Strike. It's actually one of my favorite skills to level up with too. But the thing that I don't like with it compared to Acid Flask is like the clear speed of the Acid Flask is just so good. Especially since like you can just get so much dot damage up. Ooh, Assassins I think it has to do with crit, right? Increase. We have chance to poison on hit. Ooh, this is good. Nice. Got a shrine that's giving us, ooh, that's lots of gold here. Cool. But yeah, we can use the acid flask, or we can use the other skill and pick up all of these that you see in the game. But yeah, I would say, and someone brought this up, which was like, yeah, this game is great for fun, right? But going back to what you're saying, Francisco, hey bro, I played Diablo 4 and PvE. Is last Epoch good? I think it is good if you want to like come home and just like chill out and play a game. It's more relaxed. Ooh, we have a first legendary or unique, you know, in the game. Cool. Let's see what it does, man. This game does uniques very well. But yeah, easily could recommend it. Easy recommendation of like a good solid game. Oh, it's like so close from being. It has so many like legendary, absolutely like highly can recommend areas. Like the crafting is excellent. The balance, the loot is pretty decent too. Like. It's not as easy as Diablo for loot, but let's be honest, I'll say a lot of people feel like Diablo, the loot is too easy. Now, where Diablo gets too hard with loot is like getting the perfect rolled like aspects is way too, it feels like impossible levels. Like it's just, getting perfectly rolled aspects and then also getting triplet GAs is like way too rough. And this game you have these purple items that kind of are greater affixes. That's kind of how it works. All right, let's go to the next zone. So we're almost at our first half hour, and I'm enjoying myself. So, I mean, we haven't even seen the new league mechanic. I don't know when that's going to pop up. This is my first time going in, you know, raw here with my experience. But overall, I'm enjoying the game, man. All right, we got a new specialization. Like I said, level 8 is our next one. And then it tells you have like a minimum one. So now we have a minimum of 2. So I can lock in anything. Now, certain things will cost mana. If I mouse over, you see mana cost over here. And Umbral Blaze is actually pretty good too. But I do like Cinder Strike. We can mess around with this. There's one where you can dash. It will throw in shurikens. Here we go. I think it's this one. Yeah, so you can throw shurikens after dashing. Now the combo is then you would run dash and you would then level up and you would get your shurikens, and your shurikens that you level up and put points into, if you get like multiple projectiles and shurikens, when you use it, it will be the advanced version of it. So any skill points that you put into shurikens instead of, let's say, acid flask, it will work. So there are cool things that you can do. You can also, one thing I really liked with this is this can give you heals. This is a really good one to get, especially for the bosses when you run out. I'm going to lock in this one so I can show you guys how it works, and it's really cool. And then we also have like the passive points, and you can see, well, now I'm going to go ahead and get some damage here. And let's go progress for another few moments, and yeah. We got to remember to continuously dash here, because again, the campaign for any action RPG is going to take time. We can also move this one over here. There we go.
Not happening.
Maybe swap this one up here. Oh man, our damage is really good right now, though. Again, one key note is dexterity or your main stat for most characters. There's a way to stack. Oh, I forgot what you can stack. Oh, is this a new mechanic? Let's see. I don't know, actually. This is supposed to be Tombs of the Erased, so I'm assuming it's supposed to be like Egyptian themed. But once we're out of mana, we gotta spam the other skill. Ooh, he's doing some big damage here. But remember, we have the heal for 30 on every dash, and that helps out a lot. Also, maybe get some of the flasks to drop over here. But this guy's gonna be quite challenging. Summons a twin at half speed, and he has increased attack speed. Okay, well. Oh, also in this game, you can get negative mana. What? Wait. Like two. Are they attacking each other or something? It's interesting. Okay. It's like a ball lightning. Okay, we got one of them, I guess. This is Exiled Mage. Okay, I don't think this is a new mechanic. What's this shrine? We got something. But yeah, that little heal, surprisingly, is so strong. Oh, this is a little, like, spinning blade that we got. Let's see if we get some good reward. Hopefully we'll get something really big from killing this guy. And it'll be exciting. We also have that unique ring to check out. We haven't checked out yet. But yeah, that extra heal is so clutch to have, because again, this way, if we're on a boss, Okay, there we go. Ooh, we dropped an experimental. So now it has 2 beasts summoned on potion use. Cool. So there are really, really awesome uniques. And again, pick up all these. They look kind of like they're orange. Can't use that right now. Let's see. We have increased damage over time, physical resistance, and 2 health regen. And our current other one has chance to poison on hit, and I like that, so I'm going to keep that. Now we did get a unique, so it's 30% chance to poison on spell hit. 1 to all poisons. We have 3 to all attributes, 13% damage reflected, and increased poison damage. That works for our build. That is really awesome. So let's go swap to that. And then we got this experimental belt where we get bees on potion use, so that's going to be fun to mess around with. Honestly, if I was to give this game like since we're doing like the first 30 minutes of my impressions of the game, I'm having a lot of fun, especially since we just got those 2 new like items. So I'm going to pop my potion here. Let's watch the bees. Do they do good damage? It's pretty mediocre, not gonna lie, but you know, if they're like targets that can maybe apply a debuff or something. There is a couple of, like, I don't know, there's like a unique sword that has like a bee built into it. Let's go ahead and end it off with this big chest over here, and I'm gonna go ahead and kind of wrap up my thoughts on my first half hour and experience of the game. I'm enjoying the game, I'm having fun, and I think that's the most important thing with any video game, right? And with Path of Exile, there's moments where I genuinely feel frustrated. With Diablo, I don't really feel that frustration in terms of like difficulty, especially because I've been playing the game for so long. But one thing that I like with this is because I have thousands of hours in Diablo, and I only have hundreds of hours in Last Epoch. I say only, but I mean that's quite a bit for any video game to have hundreds of hours into it, right? But I'm enjoying myself. I like it. I think that this is worth playing. Now I haven't gotten to any of the newer mechanics here, in terms of the like Tombs of the Erased, because that's the season mechanic. But sometimes like that may not be unlocked till later. Let's go see what this bow does. We have increased bow damage. We have 18 bow damage and a 2% critical strike chance. This one has a damage over time, so that's kind of what I want to benefit off of. But this is where I'm going to go ahead and end off for our first little play session of it. You guys can let me know, did you guys like Tomb of the Erased? But again, if I was to give the game a score, I would still give it right now an 8 out of 10. The thing that's only missing, especially from, you know, since I've been playing so much like Diablo and Path of Exile, coming back to this game, I mean, dude, like, I got a pretty decent amount of loot. I mean, I got this, which is legendary, but it's not like something that's going to completely change my build because I'm not running spells. If I was running spells, well, this would be huge because we also get that dodge rating. It's like an item that just dropped for us that definitely does work. But I'm enjoying it. I give it an 8 out of 10 so far, but I'm going to go ahead and play like a little bit more, and then after an hour, we'll kind of review, and I'll give you guys like another numerical score. But I'm enjoying myself. It's just the combat. If they got that combat right, dude, this game is a 9 or a 10 out of 10 easily, especially since they updated the crafting materials, because now it just absorbs, and how it works is you can craft. I don't know if I have that hotkey for it. Oh, here's like the crafting menu here. We're going to put in an item, and then we basically get to add more mods to it. I'm going to actually show you guys this real quick, because this is what makes this game so cool. So I can put health on kill as a suffix, and all it would do, I'm sorry, my face is kind of blocking this. I can't move my thing because this game is, unfortunately, I'll show you what the item turns out and looks like. But basically, you have, the item has 18 forging potential. And what that means is that I have 18 crafting potential on it. When I put something and I want to mod it, it reduces that number randomly. So the crafting in this game, while it is random, I still think it's the best because no matter what, you're still getting that mod on the item. It's just that how much more tiers and how big the mods are can matter. And right now we have basically, does alt work? So you can see the prefixes on this item are increased bow damage. Now I can also increase that in tier, but it's also going to use floating potential. It has the best crafting system. It's like so easy. Let's go to health on kill. Boom, and then now it rolled and it got we got 5 health on kill. That's going to be actually pretty good for our build. And you can see I went from a blue to a magic item with just that. And again, the crafting materials are basically automatically kind of absorbed. Now you can also shatter the item, and whatever mods it has will give you basically little pieces of crafting materials for the next one. Like, you can craft in this game pretty consistently, and I like that. It's really, really awesome. The crafting in this game, legitimately top tier, 11 out of 10. But anyways, that's my first 30 minutes impression of the game. So far, 8 out of 10 in terms of how much fun I'm having, but I know that the crafting in this game is absolutely superior. I'm going to lock in with this, and we're going to go continue, and anyways, that's the first 30-ish minutes of it, and I'm enjoying myself for sure on Tombs of the Erased. Alright, give me a second, boys. I'm going to, I can't even like alt tab out. 8 out of 10, absolutely locked in. Do I think Last Epoch player base will grow? Oh, 100% they can grow. I think this game has incredible potential. Let me grab something to drink real quick. But the one thing that's holding me back is the combat. It's pretty good, Aero Bliss. I could highly recommend everyone checking it out that enjoys Diablo. It's not sponsored or anything. I like the game, and I want to see the game get. I think what would make this game good is Last Epoch 2. If they can make Last Epoch 2 have that combat, then it's the best action RPG, genuinely. But I gotta take a quick piss. I will be right back, and then we will continue. Oh, I thought this. Okay, give me a sec. I'm gonna take a piss. I'll be right back, and then we will lock in and we'll play some more. Oh, my bad, chat. I actually do have a mute button. I'm traveling next, so I have a new setup over here. But I got this. I don't even know what it. Actually, I do know what it is. It's green tea. Some of the things I just know by like what it looks like, but. Alright, let's lock in some more. Alright, let's continue Last Epoch, man. I'm having some fun, and we're going to continue progressing. And we'll see if we can get one of the new mechanics, because I think that that's the most important thing. Getting the new mechanics. What is this thing? Oh, it's a... Well, we can use this skill with a bow or, like a dagger. Ooh, gotta not get touched by that. But yeah, so far, blast in the game, man. I'm enjoying the loot. And there's just like, it's constant like stuff that we're getting, you know? Now what's this quiver do? So this is just increased bow attack speed. Oh. Now I'm not sure if this counts as bow attack speed, but now what do we want here? Yeah, more damage. And now we unlocked decoy because we put enough points into it. Now is decoy good? Well, let's see what it does once it goes off cooldown.
Not happening.
All right, find the summit. How's Last Epoch these days? So it's kind of the same, but since I haven't played this game in a while. Oh, whoops, my bad. Forgot to move the cam back up. All right, so
You're here for the Epoch.
it feels nice to kind of hop back in. Like, you know, after playing so much Diablo, it's nice to hop back into Path of Exile, but then it's also really nice to hop back into like another game. And pretty much my rotation has been it's pretty much Diablo and Path of Exile. Also, I play a hell of a lot of Marvel Rivals and Overwatch. Look at that, stacks of poison. And then once we're out of mana, pop this, and then that 30 HP is so big with the heal. Like, it makes the whole campaign so much easier because then mana isn't, or HP isn't like an issue on bosses. Because if you've ever played Path of Exile, like once you're out of potions on a boss, dude, it sucks, man. Unless you have enough like life regen, like, is not easy. We can throw a little decoy over there too. But it uses up so much mana. But yeah, every few seconds being able to heal for, what, 30 HP? Which is 10% of our HP is... It kind of makes the game too easy, but hey, I'm not going to complain too much about it. because oh, okay, we have a above configuration, so it's probably some fire damage. Most of the stuff kind of makes some sense, but it's also damage over time, and also has ignite. I'm gonna swap to this evasion. We have movement speed. Ooh, we have movement speed on boots. As implicit, they actually understand game design. Honestly, there's so many things in this game that are so much better than even like I consider Path of Exile one of like the top tier games. There's so many areas where like it's just like better. Like you have to have movement speed on boots, right? I believe this is what is this, throwing? Yeah, it's throwing attack. Does that count? Throwing attack speed 6%, and then we also have dodge rating on it. And if I want to ever craft, I can hit F, forge, throw this thing in here. We can actually add, let's see, health, because HP is good, and then I can't really benefit off of these, so I could upgrade if I want to put in, let's see, oh, I don't have any other, like, oh, it has fortune potential. I don't have anything else that I can upgrade other than health, so let's see how many health shards I have. Right, I think we're doing this one. Okay, so does it show me how many I have? Added health shard. Oh, you can also add these glyphs that will give you higher chances. We'll just upgrade this one. Now it's tier 2, and we are done with the crafting. So we just got 29 HP, which is not bad at all. And again, I like this game's crafting because, like, in Path of Exile, one thing I didn't really like in terms of its design was that, like, they're very stingy on the loot for, like, almost no reason. Like, it's very annoying to have to put in a bunch of items so you can get a regal, so you can go from a blue to a yellow. Because I completed the campaign and I saw blue items. Because, like, they're very stingy on it. And I don't know why. Especially with the omens, in particular, when you craft. Like, if you want to only change prefixes or suffixes in that game, it's so mean, man. And this game is just like, yeah, we'll just give you a bunch of the loot.
Since he returned.
And then now, go to the keeper.
And who are you?
Okay.
Terror's blessing.
All right.
Prayers be with you.
So, oh, there we go. Did they do expansion or something? Oh, you've seen a bunch of people. So yes, you have to buy the game, and this new update is basically like a new season, but it's supposed to be like a big update. And right now, a lot of players came back. As far as like the numbers go, because I like to know about that too. Or like, you know, if I want to play or stream a game or play a game that is online, I want there to be online players, right? So the game peaked at, as far as I was aware of, I believe it was 250,000, and 100K people came back at least to go check out the expansion, which is great. Some games they never get like a chance to kind of come back, because I'll be honest, the game was kind of in a dry state from season 1, and hopefully this will be what the game needed.
Not happening.
But I want to see if we can get one of the new league mechanics, because that's the point of playing like any video game, is to get the new league mechanic, right? You wanna see and engage with the new stuff. A staff, okay. Because I don't like picking up a bunch of junk and then selling it to the NPCs, although it can give you some gold that I didn't really feel like was necessary to do. In Path of Exile, you got to do that in the very beginning, you know what I mean? You need to get those alterations, transmutes. And in this game, it's not really required, which is great. So now we have a upgrade. Let's go kill these monsters so we don't get attacked while we're putting in our points. That's one area where I think that, you know, to give them criticism on like things that they can improve that are like pretty easy. I want to get the shurikens. And so now when we dash, it's going to shoot a shuriken. And the next skill that we can get is shuriken. Or we could just play with puncture too. If I get maybe another unique. But since I got that thing that does like extra poison damage, it's in our benefit right now to play with this poison. And sometimes that's what you got to do when you're playing any action RPG, especially Diablo. If you get like, especially Diablo 3, man, you get one of those like multipliers of like plus a big number. You're kind of forced to play because there's no going back. But yeah, that's why lots of people are playing the game Jeremy right now. It's brand new update, and the game was already a pretty decent game. It's just that like people kind of, I think, finished the game and they're like, I already kind of experienced the game. So now we can get every third attack does like a big 20% multiplier. But I really like having the attack speed. This is a pretty good one. You get haste on hit chance, which is actually really good. Now, some of these will require us to put multiple points into. So as much as I want this one, I can't get it right now. Now, this is something where we can get glancing blows. Glancing blows makes us not take. Let's go back into the passives here. All right. So what glancing blows do? Does it? Okay. Glancing blows makes it deal 35% less damage. So we have a 3% chance to take 35% less damage, which is actually pretty good. And you can increase glancing blow quite a bit, which is really great. You can increase your damage while dual wielding as well. We have a poison chance when you have a dagger, or poison chance with a bow. So that's kind of cool. We can maybe invest in that. But remember, we need to get 15 points into this in order to get that next threshold. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go for attack speed, physical damage. And this, it does have physical and poison at its tag. Again, you want to pick up all these things over here. And if there's a new skill, we'll mess around with it as well. Okay, we got them all. Let's keep on going. And we have the little shuriken that will do a little bit of damage. It's pretty decent. Later we can get the upgrades though, and then that way we can maybe kill a couple enemies while pathing. That's kind of what you want to do in any action RPG. Go pull down the lever. Is Season 8 live on Diablo? It is not. This is Last Epoch. Yes. Last Epoch, different game. There's something over here. Is this one of the new tombs that they erased? Hopefully this is a new league mechanic, so I can finally talk about, is this season good? Because if the league mechanic is weak, okay, let's see. Nemesis, okay. Oh, is this from the last league? Oh, this is really cool. Okay, I can't wait to show you guys this. So they brought back the thing from Season 1. I actually think it was quite cool. It's just that the end game, there wasn't enough of it. So how this works is we have these items that we can choose, and we will empower. So it's going to make it so these items will combine into a nemesis that must be defeated. These items are enhanced and available in the following encounters within the nemesis. So I get to basically, it says banish this nemesis and their items. The next nemesis encounter will be composed of different. So I basically get to forgo it. But I believe you have to kill it like 2 or 3 times. Oh, hold on. This was like Season 1's mechanic. It's actually really cool though. I actually really liked it. Cool idea. Okay. And then I think we get like either one or all of these items. So we're going to empower it, so it's going to make it harder. It says these items will combine into a vengeful nemesis that must be defeated. These items are dropped as a reward. So I can get all these items right now, I believe. I can just get these items. I'm just going to go for it just because I want this like quick satisfaction of having the extra movement speed. Or I can defeat these nemesis multiple times. So I'm going to go ahead and hit challenge here. And let's see what we can get. We're gonna make sure we keep on spamming our dash on these, just to keep our HP up. Some of these actually have quite a bit of a challenge. It's basically like a boss, but our damage is really good right now, so shouldn't be a challenge at all. Ooh, look at the loot. Like, that's really awesome. All right, so let's get rid of some items. Now we could go back into town and sell them. All right, so can we just like drop shift plus right click? Okay, I'm gonna drop all this garbage. Okay. And we're gonna pick up all of those things that I just dropped because a lot of these are gonna be better than what we had. So this gives us increased health regen plus 2 dexterity. Okay. And then this gives us, let's see, 70 HP is really good. And then it gives us minions have a chance to bleed. Now remember, I'm pretty sure we also get minion damage. I'm assuming the bees count as minions, right? So there we go. And then we got extra movement speed on the boots, and then we're not going to use this at all. And then we also have this, which we can actually do blind on hit. Cool. And then do we have extra passives? No. Okay. What about skill points? I always like to check. Okay. We're good, and we're going to continue. So like early on in the game, I mean, you can see how much loot we got. I would say very, very nice, man. Oh, this is increased. Oh, this gives us plus 1 point to shurikens. 10 health and void rest. What does this one do? 7%. Okay, so the 2 dexterity is basically, okay, all this is really giving us is like 2 dexterity. This is giving us 1 to shurikens, 10 health. We can swap to it. And what this does is, if I was to put shurikens on one of these, we would have an additional point. So think of it kind of like a skill point. That's what it does. I wanted to show you guys what it does. Now, which one's better? I'm going to take the 2 to dexterity, because dexterity is a pretty good stat in the game for our character, because everything, again, scales off of it. The skills we're running, so we basically are running shift and acid flask. The other skill, whatever skill doesn't cost mana, which in our case is puncture.
They won't forget that.
But yeah, if they keep up this loop, my experience right now is I'm gonna give it, like, right now I'm giving it a 9 out of 10 right now. It's really solid.
Easy. Too easy.
Gotta click on a little lever here. Bring down the drawbridge. There's also one more thing we gotta click on, so I might have to go back over there. And let's see if we can close in this gap. I really like it when games let you do this. This one doesn't let us go up. And that's kind of, let's see. It's kind of reasonable, yeah. Because I guess there's a wall there. Now, can we go from the high ground to the low ground right here? We can. Okay. Fair enough. Well, I mean, if you're like jumping down.
Forget.
Yeah, like, it seems like in terms of the progression,
What brings you here?
it's very, very fair and generous for the most part. More damage. Okay, and then our acid flask got another one. We're gonna get that extra damage, and then also I think did we get another skill point? Yeah, we did get another skill point on this one. We can get another 15 HP, or we can get extra shuriken thrown. I think we have enough HP. I'd rather just get some more like small damage. It is pretty minor as far as the damage goes, but we get 2 shurikens, and if we keep on scaling physical eventually, maybe we can eliminate like 1 or 2 small targets. You see, yeah, it is eliminating. Or we can have it like apply a debuff. So even if the shurikens, let's say, don't do damage, they can apply a debuff to the characters. So we're gonna find the Elder Mossborn. So they're like, I believe how it works is the yellow quests are like the primary, and like the blue are the secondary ones. Ooh, wow, there's a lot of crafting materials over there, man. Hello, Satori, how you doing? You have not been on while... Oh, there's no new class, but there are new skills for the game. So, I mean, there is new content to consume. So if you're wondering... Okay, there we go. Now report evacuation. Okay, so now we'll get some sort of like reward or something. This is chest. Anything good? Let's see. Cold and physical res. That's actually not bad. Okay, head north towards the Council of Chambers. Now let's complete this quest and see if we can get something good off of it. I also kind of like how the portal's just like instantly. I'm on like bad Wi-Fi, so not normally when you click in it kind of loads, but yeah, I don't know what my ping is at right now, but yeah, it's very, very, very fun. Enjoying it for sure. Unfortunately, you can't use your skills in town. Okay, so now if I want to go to the correct area, it's actually over here. So we'll travel back over here. Looks like they're still like, you know what's funny is like I still see this in Path of Exile where like people are advertising to go buy gold and stuff. I mean those will get banned. Also, I wanted to mention that the people that work on this game genuinely care for this game. I can definitely tell. Okay. You know, I think we actually like kind of backtracked over here, but I guess it doesn't keep the game state, but we'll just kind of rush it. It opened up pretty much like a new zone. We're supposed to talk to him to report the successful evacuation. Oh, is that him? Okay, so we have to report all the way back to him. Kind of just walk past him, I guess. I was thinking that we already clicked on him. But maybe I have to click on, like... Okay. Strange. This is where we need to go. Okay, yeah, it is. Oh, it's in, like, the next zone. Okay. Got it. So I guess in Path of Exile, like, you can warp into the same zone and it'll keep the area revealed, whereas in this game I've noticed that it does not, but it's fine. It'll take us like a minute. My bad on that kind of walk back, but I guess if you really want to level up, or if you feel under leveled, you can just go back. Another Belt of Life. Okay, cool. I don't really care too much about these bees. They don't really do that much damage anyways, but maybe I can pop a bunch of these. Are the bees doing good damage? Now, you can make a build all around like having bees and potions, so maybe that'll be something to consider. But I think I'd rather just have the extra HP. What does this belt give us? So we have increased mana regen health. Okay, yeah, mana regen is something I definitely want. Lucidity, 9% increased movement speed, and dex. If it says dexterity, it's almost like an automatic swap. This gives us 12 movement speed. This is 9. Okay. Whatever has the most movement speed in action RPGs is usually what I go for. Like, I don't really care about too many stats on the boots, except for movement speed. That's what we want. And we gotta just keep on going up. See if we can jump across this gap over here. No, I didn't notice. I like it when you can do that, though.
Keep them off me.
There we go. Damage is just really good, though. And then, oh, you know what's cool? Later we can get a turret. I actually remember messing around with the turret. And again, since we just scaled dexterity, the game is very friendly. And that's one thing that I think that is key that Path of Exile and even Diablo 4, if they make the PTR the way it is from Season 8, I think a lot of people will find a lot more enjoyment in this game.
Not happening.
Because at the end of the day, people play video games for fun. You know, sometimes it is their job, but like, the majority of people that play video games are looking to have a good time, not such a hard challenge. I think there are some games out there, like for example, like Dark Souls, like people want that challenge, but
Go on. I'll be right behind you.
I don't know. There's certain games that can pull it off, and there's certain games where like people just want their loot, man. Especially if you've already made it like easy, and then you make it harder to get the loot, especially when you reset every single season, right? That I think is the biggest annoyance with action RPGs for some players is like there's a reset. So now we got a passive point over here, and then we're gonna get again more attack speed, make the game feel better.
The gods have long
Now we're
left
gonna
this
unlock
world,
these idol slots,
but their memory
and he's gonna give us some idols. So there are 2 different idols that we can run around with. So we have potion health converted to ward. Ward is basically, like, think of it like energy shield. We have increased cold damage and we can't really make use of that. We have poison hit. We have physical damage. That's useful. But you can see the way these are shaped. I cannot equip both, which is actually a really good thing that they show you that early on, because I don't really use cold, so that one's kind of worthless. All right, let's go ahead and continue. We can sell off all of our like trash gear to the NPC,
Yes.
and then from there, we'll continue. I'm keeping the dagger because I may want to go dual wield because there's an option for it. Now you can keep all the items if you want. If there's any other better items, I'll let you guys see. I'm sorry, I know my face is blocking it, but I don't have a hotkey set up, and when I alt tab out of this game, which we will make a hotkey eventually for it. It's just I'm on my like non-main setup here, but the game will just crash. I don't know if this is something that's done because of the server, or it could just be like, I don't know, optimization as far as like laptop goes. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. The game is crashing as soon as I alt tab out. Maybe an OBS issue with sometimes when there's an update on a game, OBS, when you're alt tab out, it's like the way it captures the window. It doesn't like it. We're about to get one of our first unique items that's from the quest that you can actually use for quite some time. I think it's a pair of gloves. Oh, there's also a very unique amulet that you can get. I don't know if it still works, but I'll double check on it. Now, there is an item that would give you 100% crit. How it would work is you would gain critical strike chance every few seconds. There's a passive like that also in Diablo 3. But in this game, your pets would gain your stats, but it wouldn't count as you critting because the minion is critting. So you basically would get 100% crit as long as you wouldn't attack. But if all you do is summon turrets, then well, technically you never quit or crit. Physical lightning void. We do physical with the hit, and then the dot is technically different damage. But
That was close.
the shurikens, I believe, are also physical. Just because it says Quiver of Frost doesn't mean we can't use it. It's going to have extra stats. Start that, and let's look at this one. So we have poison damage, 2 health on kill, some cold res. Quivers are a great source for resistances, just like in Path of Exile. And in this game, resistances, I would say, matter. Alright, so we gotta keep on going over here. Oh wait, is this a new mechanic? Hold on. What is that? I don't think I've seen that before. It looks like a dinosaur. I'm really excited to see the new mechanics. Students can't make a new section with their league correction. Wait. I will not understand why students can't make a new league as extra content in that section of game challenging. But the things you don't have to do but can. Ah, you're saying like... I mean, like there's waves of Simulacrum and
As I came here,
Path of Exile, which you don't have to go all the way through.
last refuge is as safe as it can be.
Let's see what this ring... Oh, okay, we already saw that one. Oh, we have extra passive point, more damage. Attack speed on that one. But yeah, I think usually people don't want to do the challenging content if there's no reward. Unless it's a leaderboard. I think leaderboards are great for that sort of content. Like in Diablo, you don't have to do Pit 150, but like you could do it. But unfortunately, since there's no leaderboard, people don't care about it. For me personally, if there's no official leaderboard, because I used to post them on like speedruns, like there's a website where you can just like post your speedrun.com was the website, and basically you'd be able to post your stuff. But like some people are like, this doesn't count. There's another website that it's just, it got annoying because if I uploaded like a video of like rank 1. It might be the rank 1 for that website, but on a different website, someone else has another record, or it'll be on a different website that has different rules. I remember Speedrun had a rule where you weren't allowed to use any elixirs. You couldn't touch any shrines. I mean, most of the rules were pretty fine. They did allow weapon swaps. Some required you to show your character at the very end. Some had rules where you couldn't snapshot. I mean, just put it in the in-game one. I think is the easiest. But yeah, let's see if we get some good loot. All yellows. Give me a legendary, man. I think every once in a while getting a legendary or unique, even if it's not good, makes a player feel excited to see the beam. Oh, another thing that's great with this game is you can actually use a loot filter, which is something that I'm very surprised Diablo doesn't add. I think a loot filter is like kind of like basic requirements in an action RPG. Nothing good, but getting all of those shards are always good. Now we've got to return to the Elder and tell him that the person is missing. Go back into town. It's going to take a second. Am I doing a speed run? Oh, I'm not really doing any speed run. What's up, Impeccable, though? Yeah, I know. I do. Dude, the first day this game wasn't running, and then I thought it was maybe the servers, like, because the game would just, like, instantly crash. I don't know if any of you guys played Path of Exile the first day it came out, but that game did not work for a long time. Yeah, Ballista now, woo! And we're gonna actually lock in with this skill. I actually really like this skill. And we can make this our main skill at any point. Like, let's say, all right, I'm tired of running, let's say, I'm gonna be honest with you, this is like the most godly thing in the entire game for making the game easy. I'm gonna despecialize the skill, just to show you guys that we can go ahead and play Ballista. And then what do I wanna do? Let's, this thing costs a lot of mana, by the way. So we can get extra damage over here. Your damage modifiers are applied to a Ballista, but at a reduced state. But if I put 3 points into it, 75% of our stats get added into the Ballista, which is amazing. This is like, well, the Explode Ballista, I don't know if it works, but it was one of the best things in the entire game. It was the most OP thing ever. I loved it, but I guarantee you it's probably nerfed. Now, I haven't checked out the patch notes for this game. As far as like looking at like every single build that I used to play and upload, because I made a build guide for the Ballista and it was fantastic. But the Falconer in general was like so strong, you could play like whatever, and it was like very, very viable. Now we could still use this skill, the shift, but it's not going to heal us anymore, which that makes it kind of bad. Because that heal is so powerful. Oh, is this a new Tombs of the Erased? Because I'm still waiting for Tombs of the Erased content. Now, as far as it goes, we can have, I don't know how many we can have. Oh wow, this guy's doing lots of damage. So it looks like we have 2 turrets. Gilgamesh the Corrupt. Yeah, he's if someone knows, is this part of the Tombs of the Erased? Because it kind of looks Egyptian themed. It's like a serpent. What does this guy do? Okay, well you dropped some loot. Let's see, dexterity, health, throwing damage, Oh, I forgot you could get that in the game. Throwing negative mana cost is such a good stat. Oh, is it an amulet? Oh, it's a ring. Yes, this is good, really good for our build. And then the boots give us. Okay, this is. Dang, I kind of want this because it gives extra dex. But again, 9 movement speed versus 12. It's 3%, which isn't that big of a deal, but I consider it worth. Oh, also you can get negative mana in the game, which is kind of a cool concept, to be honest. But right now, the turret isn't really going to be that great because the mana cost is just simply too high. I get this exiled mage, and he'll drop one of those experimental items that can roll with like some weirder stats that you normally couldn't get, which I think is cool, man. Ooh. Okay, so we dropped some boots that give us 20% minion damage. What was the other stat on it? 2 minions teleport around after you use a traversal skill. I don't have any minions. That'd be kind of cool, though. If I was playing a minion build, that would be something to consider. Let's get rid of this thing so I can actually look at passives over here. Alright, so we got, we gain, when you use a skill that costs 0 mana, we get HP. That's really good. Poison chance with a dagger or a bow, that's really good too. So I already showed you guys the turret, like as far as what it can do. It's actually not that bad, especially when you want to like go as fast as possible. Let's see what the damage is looking like for the turrets. It's kind of slow attack speed, but it does do pretty good damage. It would be really good for bossing, but the reason why I put points into it is I wanted to show you guys like the turret, and it's still not bad, but I'm going to despec into it, so I'm going to respec. We're going to despecialize the skill, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go back into this. And again, this thing, the reason why I want to play with this is that extra HP is really, really big. And then the shurikens can apply any sort of debuff. I think there's actual movement speed. You gain 50% increased movement speed for a brief moment. That's good. This wouldn't restore your mana too. That's really good. And then if we get another point, we can get this movement speed buff of 50%. So that would be even better for doing the campaign. And we could still use the turrets. I'd only really used against the bosses though. Or we can go back to the shurikens instead of getting the extra movement speed. It's kind of up to us. And I like that you can respec like that on the fly. And there is kind of a cost.
Too easy.
Yeah, crafting in this game, I absolutely agree. Falconer still strong? Ah, okay. Mainly for leveling. Yeah, the Falconer, it just one-shots like everything in the entire game. With the exception of like the boss, like all the trash mobs, dude, it's such a good class too. And I like the identity of the class too. It's like you get this pet falcon. Good stuff indeed. Coming to like a boss over here. But again, the main thing that I still feel like that lacks in last Epoch is like the weight of the game. And I don't even think it's because the game is too easy either. Because some people have mentioned that. Because there are like areas where like it's challenging, but it's specifically the way that the game feels. It just it doesn't have that like punch. The Diablo and I mean the monsters kind of like react to it, but it's not quite. Ooh, throwing damage +3. It's like the flat number, which is really good. This one's giving us extra melee or attack speed. Where's that other one that we just picked up? Yeah, let's lock in that one. Pretty cool. We're getting upgrades, and I feel like that the progression in this game is really, really, really well done. Like the way when you're playing, like, and you're getting all these like upgrades. Okay, so we're gonna go over here. Let's go do this like boss. Ooh, there's another one of those things where we can get like a legendary, and we can make the things even stronger and add more stuff to it. But it requires us to find these multiple times, and I feel like, at least for me, getting the extra movement speed was kind of key. And we're gonna fight like a boss over here, I believe. So we have we got a viper tail. Now again, if I really want this unique, I can juice it up and make it more powerful. Let's see what else we have. We have blind on hit. The only thing that I really want is this because it gives us increased dodge rating, and also gives us Chance to summon a Primal Serpent on kill with, only with Serpent Strike. But that chance to poison is good, and then the slow on hit, those are pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and lock this thing in, and like I said, with the turret, I can get the turrets to come in. And do some damage. Boom, and look at that. Oh, okay. And the only thing I really wanted was the this thing over here, which was the belt. Again, since we're all about poison, yeah, poison on hit, that means we can get 2 stacks of poison instead of 1. Boom. And we'll eventually maybe scale some poison. Oh wow, I had 6 stacks of poison so fast. And there's that upgrade where we can throw in like a lot more poisons too, which is pretty cool. And it wants us to use the time rift over here, I believe. Is it this thing over here? I know that we get to kill like some sort of like dragon boss or something. We're gonna do that for sure, and then I'll wrap up our like first little like session over on this one. But yeah, like if I was to give you guys my thoughts on the game, because the progression is so smooth and I'm constantly getting stuff, I'm enjoying myself a lot. And it reminds me like where I want to say Diablo and Path of Exile fell a little bit short. Diablo's in a different area though, because it's not necessarily that it feels short because the loot isn't like they give you a lot less loot in the in Season 8's PTR, but I don't know if they're going to go through those changes because again, I've given them the feedback. A lot of people have been very vocal about it. So we have another one into Acid Flask. I want that damage and efficiency here. And then with this, we can get poison chance, and we can get so many more. I think we're going to a boss right now, right? Reaching low. We'll do some boss, and then I'll wrap up my like kind of part 2 of our play session. I don't know if I'm going to upload the whole thing. I almost want to, but I just want to give you guys like some last Epoch gameplay because I wanted to play it, believe me, day 1, but it just didn't work. But I think we can get like, I don't know what our chance to poison on hit is, but it seems very, very, very high right now. I'm pretty sure something comes out at the very end of this thing. Now we gotta kill enough enemies, and then I think that thing opens up. Pee-wee, your bag will be filled with joy. Yeah, with this game, like, you have a loot filter in this game too. I don't have one right now anyways. You can play this game without the loot filter. I had the early game for sure. Get 2 of these turrets out. Big boss. Big boss. But our damage is so good. Dude, look at our damage. Wow, this game is feeling like easy mode now. We got all those the uniques and stuff like I think the key thing with this game that does the job better than like I was talking about where like Diablo and PvE fall short is like the loot is just so much more generous in this game, especially when you get to these things it's exciting to engage with. There's times where like there's certain things where I don't want to engage with. I think they kind of teach you about crafting right now, but I already kind of gave you guys a brief little rundown, and then we just got to go up over here. But kind of wrapping up my thoughts on our second little play session here for the first 1 hour, and I think that's kind of key because within 1 hour, if your player isn't having fun, and I still want to say the fun is still here, because if I find any of those things where I just get a unique, and it's like it's so weird because Path of Exile has so many leveling uniques, and they're so stingy with giving these out that they give out a lot of the trash uniques at the end game, and you have so much of these trash uniques that they're only really for leveling, right? Like you don't get to the end game like, wow, I can't wait to use a Wanderlust. And like there are items like Golden Room which are great for like making second characters, but I think they could be a little bit more generous in that area. That's the way I see it, for sure.
Not happy.
The shrines make it easy mode. Yeah, I would say. I mean, the enemies do hit you for pretty big damage sometimes, especially if you're like evade based build, right? But it's definitely easier than Path of Exile 2 for sure. But Path of Exile makes it hard via making you so slow. Like, and I also want to say, like, in terms of like the backtracking that Path of Exile has, like backtracking in any action RPG, I would say, is a no fun zone, right? I don't think anyone's like, yeah, I can't wait to go backtracking. You know, that's like one of the areas where I really hated PoE 2. It's like, dude, I gotta walk all the way back. And I know they have these waypoints, but like, I'll be honest, I'm having more fun with this game than Path of Exile overall. But the combat for PoE 2 just feels so dang good. I'm going to be playing both, though. Like, I'm going to be playing Diablo, Path of Exile, Last Epoch. I'll be playing all of them. Torchlight actually got a new update, too. But, like, I want to commit to seeing what's in here. And then we can also maybe check out Torchlight as well. Torchlight has some hot characters. But Torchlight in general, like, while I like the game, I felt like I've already completed it. But they actually have really good ideas. The main thing that I think was holding Torchlight back, since we're just talking about action RPGs, it's specifically that Torchlight has pay to win in it. And if you add any amount of pay to win, a lot of people will just be so turned off that they never want to play the game. And I think it's kind of sad because the game is good. Genuinely, the game is good. But even if they remove all the pay to win, I think action RPGs also needs the dark tone. You know what I mean? Like, like, that game is, it looks very similar to League of Legends, which, you know, hey, people like different art styles. I like games like Unreal Tournament, like 2004. Like, that's the kind of artwork that I like. And I think that, like, Diablo, Path of Exile, Last Epoch, these all look similar in a sense, right? Like, they're just dark fantasy, right? Has that dark tone. And oh, also, this is another mechanic we haven't talked about. Some of the enemies, to make it so you can't, like, one-shot a lot of them, what they do is they put, like, shields on the bosses that degens over time. And it's kind of a fair way to make it so you're still engaging in the boss fight. I can't see where's he at. There he goes. Like, you know, this is relatively fair, right? Like, I've played this game, so I kind of understand the mechanics, but, like, it's still, like, you're engaged with it, right? Whereas with Diablo, most of the bosses, you kind of just one-shot. Now, in the very beginning of the campaign, you're not going to one-shot them, but I think that most average players can kind of see the things and react to it. Unless you're playing melee. I'm going to be honest, playing melee in any action RPG is usually worse. Because you have to get close. But if you're playing range and you have like turrets and stuff, the game has a pretty smooth progression. And I like it, man. I'm enjoying myself. It's an easy 8 or 9 out of 10 as far as the game's, how much fun I'm having. Because that's actually the most important thing. Now, would I give this game a 9 out of 10? I think it's a solid 8. The reason, again, they just need that action combat. You just need to hire, get Itsuno, Hideki Itsuno, which this guy did Devil May Cry's combat. Get him in here, and you'll get that punchy action, and you legitimately have the best action RPG right now in the market. The thing that Diablo lacks, for me personally, is that, like, I just want to see new and more endgame content. And the thing that Path of Exile is lacking right now is the loot. So if this game, you can see all the other players too, which is really cool. You can send message and invite to party and stuff. I mean, most people play action RPGs solo. It's kind of a weird thing. The one action RPG that did party play right was Diablo 3, and no game has replicated just go and hop in and you have like your torment difficulty and you just play with other people. And I like that. If they added that into this game, that'd be really cool too. They also have arenas. There's a lot of stuff in this game that is pretty dang cool. Oh, I think this guy's got a B build over here, but you can see all the little other NPCs. There's the Gamba, 1,000. Let's go with a bow. All right, let's go with one. I forgot what the base ones are, but this one I guess has base crit. So let's go ahead and get one. So this is 600.
Maybe I'll help you along.
And also, I want to mention, just because you get a bow that's blue or even white, it's not even that bad. If it has a lot of forging potential on the item, then it could still be pretty good. Because, for example, on like this build right here, I don't care about Ignite, right? So that stat is a worthless stat. Now, there are things where you can reroll or move it or do other things with it, but like stun chance right here would be pretty bad. So if I just had this as a white bow, I could modify everything. Now, granted, most of them won't have like high crafting potential or forging potential to make it worth it, but overall, again, I'm having a lot of fun with this game. I want to play more, but that's where I'm going to wrap up our second part of a little play session where I kind of talk about the game and my overall feel with it. I would say as far as the race goes, I don't know if that like one big like elite boss monster like icon. I want to say that's newer things that I haven't seen, but I know that like that thing where we had the legendaries, that was from season 1. That was a cool thing. I liked it. If we can keep on getting more of those once in a while, that's a little like dopamine hit every single time. I like that. good. Yeah, I'm really interested to see like how far this goes with the game, because the game is actually doing very, very well right now. But let me know, guys, your thoughts down below. You guys enjoying last Epoch? You guys like what you saw? And what are some cool builds that we need to check out? Because I'm going to go Heartseeker, because it is one of the newer skills. And it's literally... Oh, you know what they could add for this game? That would make this game way better. Is if they added the ability to see like a video of the skill. I think that'd be a really good thing, because that's what they did in Path of Exile, and in a lot of Korean MMOs they do it, and it's like so helpful, because the skill may sound cool, but then you see the video of it and you're like, that is not even good, right? But it's really good if they added that in the game. But other than that, like this game's overall really good. Could highly recommend it. Solid 8 out of 10. But as far as how much fun factor I'm having, it is a 9 out of 10 right now for me. Loving it. That's our next little play session. We'll do more, and I'll kind of make another like video review later down the line. But man, it's awesome. Anyways, peace out. What's up, Raygun? How you doing? I unfortunately can't alt tab out of this game, but last Epoch mostly streamlined for progression. Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it, Don? Doctor, I like it. It's really good. Do I like this more than PoE 1? I like PoE 1. Dang, that's a pretty good question. Overall, no. Right now, I'm having more fun with this game because it's newer. Like, honestly, I actually really like Diablo 4, but I put so much time in the game that I've already done everything in Diablo 4. Like, there's nothing to do that's new to me. I've played every core skill in the game. I pretty much played every single skill in the game. However, I have not done the new Bone Spear, but the new Bone Spear sucks because Blood Wave is the way to play this season. So I think that might be on my to-do list, is the new Bone Spear build. After that, though, I think I pretty much played every single build. Like, I've legitimately played Pulverize, I played Cataclysm, or what is it, the Lightning Storm, we played Shred. Like, I've played legitimately every single build in Diablo. Well, that's pretty cool, you can go around that fast. But yeah, what I plan to do now, guys, is I gotta edit the clips that we just did. But thanks so much for stopping by, guys, really appreciate it. We'll be back, what time is it right now? Sorry, I'm not, my laptop says 8 a.m., but it's 10 p.m. here in Thailand. So I'm gonna go ahead, get these uploaded, and then we're gonna go, we're gonna do that, and then we'll be back later tonight with Marvel Rivals, probably, because I need to shoot something in PvP to have some fun. And we'll probably lock in some Marvel Rivals later tonight. But anyways, GG's, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. We'll be back. It's so weird. If I alt tab out, the game literally crashes. Yeah. If they can fix that, that'd be really great, because I need to like alt tab out to check my different websites when I'm playing these sort of games. But it works perfectly fine with PoE. I don't know why it doesn't with this. But yeah, thanks so much, guys, for stopping by. We'll be back later. And if you're new here, if you're watching this on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, if you guys want to watch more of my stuff, feel free to go check it out. I'll be dropping all the videos very, very soon. But peace out, guys. You guys have a great day and night, and I'll see you guys later.